Hello and welcome back to another episode of our Ultimate Decades Challenge. We have entered into the year 1385 and we are starting out the year on a somber note because we have a couple of deaths that we have to get through in the first portion of this year. It is January of 1385. It is very early in the morning and we are in the residence of Lykke. She unfortunately does have to pass away. We are going to roll to find out what it is that is taking her away from us because, as we know, she did roll on her last birthday that she was scheduled to pass away. So we are going to give that a spin and find out what it is that is taking her from us. So we will be doing that, but Nolly is scheduled to die in this portion of the episode. So let's go ahead and consult our wheel and find out what it is that she is going to be passing away from, and then we will go ahead and take care of Lykke. As you can see, I did go ahead and move in one of the nuns, so we will have someone here to take the tombstone.
Gangrene.
Alright, so Lykke is passing away from gangrene. So we are just going to go ahead now and we are going to take care of Lykke, and we will unfortunately have to kill her. We are going to kill her by poison since she is dying from gangrene. Unfortunately, Victoria is really distraught over this. I don't think she has the stomach for the loss, but I did need someone to be here to gather the tombstone so we could take it to the cemetery. But she is just really heartbroken over the loss of Nolly, and it is a really sad day here on this land that Nolly is leaving us. She did get very pretty well into her years. Nolly did. She lived a fairly decently long life with us, if I do say so. But unfortunately she is passing away. We are going to just have to look and see when she was born so we can engrave her epitaph. So I will take a look and see what her year of birth was. Let me go ahead and take a look at that now so that we can engrave her epitaph. Lykke, when were you born? 1326. So we're going to engrave this 1326 to 1385. And let's go ahead and engrave that, and then we will put this in our inventory and go ahead and take her to her final resting place. Alright, so we have made it here to the cemetery. We are just going to go ahead and place Nolly down on this last row here. That is just about filled up. We have a slot for one more tombstone on this row, and then we're going to be moving off into the outskirts of the cemetery. We are going to go ahead now and we're going to move Victoria back into the monastery. So let's go ahead and do that now. And then we will go and we will see Byron Arundel because he also is scheduled to pass away. Alright, so we have arrived here with Byron Arundel. As we know, he is a teenager. He is also scheduled to pass away. I'm just going to go ahead and send him on home. That way he is around family when he passes away so that they can grab his tombstone. So we'll send him home and his family members can obviously go ahead and they can grab his tombstone when he passes away. We are just going to roll the wheel and find out what it is that he is passing away from as well. So let's go ahead and do that now.
Dysentery asterisk.
All right, so he is passing away from dysentery, which is a communicable disease. We are going to also have to spin for Katerina to find out if she has caught dysentery. So if we look at our site here, we look and see that dysentery is 90% chance of being caught. We are going to go ahead and we're going to open up our percentage wheel. She has to roll anything higher than 90%. This is one of those that is pretty high, so let's hope that she can roll higher than 90%. And it looks like she is going to do that, which is great news. So she does survive that dysentery spell, and we are good to go with that. So we are only going to have to deal with losing Byron. So let's go ahead and we're going to take Byron now. Katerina is really, really upset by the loss of Byron, and she is now going to be in this home all by herself. She is not married. I do think that she is supposed to be married at some point. Let me look and see. I think she is scheduled to marry. She is scheduled to marry in 1386, so she will be marrying soon. So she won't be alone for too long, thankfully. Which is good news for her, that she will at least be finding a mate soon. But for now, she is going to be alone for this year, now that she has lost Byron. And she's just really, really upset by the fact that she has lost him. She's not sure how she's going to get on this year without him. And we hate that Byron is obviously passing away, but let's go ahead and take a look and see when he was born so we can engrave his epitaph. And we will obviously be able to get her to go and place him at his final resting place as well. All right, so he was born in 1366. To 1385. And let's go ahead and put this in our inventory, and she can go ahead and travel to take him to his final resting place. Okay, so we have arrived here at the cemetery. We are going to place the last tombstone of the row here around the church portion, and this concludes this portion being filled up. We are going to have to now move to the outskirts. I will probably start over here in this area and work our way around and go from there. Or maybe actually I'll work in this area and we'll start in this corner. Maybe that's what I'll do. So we will do that. And let's go ahead and we're going to send Katerina on home. And we are then going to head over and we're going to see Estrid Goodwell, because she also is scheduled to pass away in this portion of the game. So let's go see Estrid Goodwell after we get Katerina back to the house, and we will find out what is taking Estrid from us. She's feeling really focused considering the fact that she just lost someone and she's mourning, she's feeling quite focused. Oh, because she's stone-hearted. I mean, really, Katerina? Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. Okay, we have arrived here with Estrid and Rollo Goodwell. Estrid is his only surviving child, and he is about to lose her, and then he's going to be just all by his lonesome. We are going to go ahead and give a spin for Estrid to find out what it is that she is dying from. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
Fever asterisk.
Okay, so she is dying from a fever that is also a communicable disease. We will find out if he is going to have to die from that as well. If we go look at the sites, we will see that fever comes in at 40%. So we will go ahead and pull up our percentage wheel. He has to roll anything greater than 40%. All right, Rollo, you can do this. And he did. All right, so Rollo is safe. So we are going to go ahead and just be taking little Estrid here. So let's go ahead and we will kill her now. All right, so she has died by overheating, which makes a lot of sense considering she had herself a bit of a fever. And Rollo has lost his only daughter. And as we know, he had already lost his wife, Mara, and now he has lost his daughter. And he's just like, what are the odds? I went to war, I survived a war, I came home to my daughter, and now she is gone. And he's feeling like he just can't catch a break. Let's just pretend like we didn't see that car just going by. But he is really, really just not understanding how he could be this unlucky. And he's, you know, wishing that he had just died at war and then he wouldn't have to deal with this kind of pain. He is wishing that it were him and not her, and he could trade his soul for hers. But unfortunately, you know, it just doesn't work like that. So we are going to find out when Estrid was born so that we will be able to engrave her epitaph. And I will take a look at that so that Rollo can engrave her epitaph. And it looks like she was born in 1375. So we are going to engrave this as 1375 to 1385. 10 years old. Oh, the tragedy. All right, Rollo, go ahead and put this in your inventory, and then you can go ahead and you can travel, and we will place her in her final resting place. All right, so we have made it to the cemetery. We are now going to need to remove some of these tombstones here so that we can make some room for little Estrid. So I'm going to do that now really quickly, and then we will be able to go ahead and start placing down some of our family members' tombstones. And we will place her down here. All right. So we have placed our first tombstone down. We are going to go ahead and send Rollo back on home. He is very, very sad from mourning the death of a loved one, and we absolutely hate that for him. I am going to go ahead and update the timeline of everyone that has just passed on, and then we are going to head over and we are going to see, let me take a look. We have a birthday that we need to celebrate for Lykke. Shoemaker is aging up to a young adult. So we are going to go over and see the Shoemakers, and we will see her age up into a young adult, which is going to be really exciting. I am, you know, I love it when our Sims start getting a little bit older. And so we are going to go and see her age up. So we love that. Okay, so we have arrived here with Lykke Shoemaker, and we are just going to be aging her up to a young adult. She is currently a teenager, and as we know, for young adults, they can't roll a 3, 7, or a 19, or they will pass away. So we are just going to be rolling to find out if she is going to make it. I just want to look and see if Lykke is supposed to be having any more babies as well. No, she is not. All right, so they are without children. All of their children have died, and she can't have any more children. So this is it for them. It is just the two of them, no children. And we are going to see if she can age up now to a young adult. Let's go ahead and give that a spin and see what she gets. She got a 19, and she can't roll a 19. That is a number she cannot have. So we are going to roll a d10 to see how long she gets with us. And she gets 8 years. So I will be putting that on the timeline. 1385. And she gets 8 years. So she is going to be passing away in 1393. So I have updated that on the timeline, and we are going to go ahead and age her up to I don't know what I was trying to do there, but that's okay. We're going to age her up to a young adult and see her go ahead and have her birthday, and we will figure out what her new traits are. You aged up and I didn't get to see it. Like, what's really going on? All right, so her traits are that she is creative, she is a horse lover, she is ambitious, she is part of the working class, she has a high metabolism, she is a sage sim, and she is a caregiver. She's also pretty hungry. Why don't you go get yourself a bite to eat, please? We also, for this portion of the episode, in part A, have a couple of weddings that we need to get underway. We have Angela Lykke, who is needing to marry, and Eugene Petechia. So we are going to go head over and see Angela Lykke. We need to find her someone that she can be with, as well as going ahead and getting her married. So not only does she need to meet someone, fall in love, but she needs to marry. And we need to do the same for Eugene. I was unable to find them anyone off screen. I haven't been in the game since our last video. So we do need to get them set up on that. So let's go ahead and see Angela Lykke. Okay, so we have arrived here in the home of the Lykke residence. This here is Angela. And as you can see, she is ready to go and find herself a love. I'm just going to have her go to the restroom. That way she is, as far as her needs go, in tip-top shape, so we can go out and begin our search. It is 6:30 in the morning. She will have all day long to go and woo someone and find her true love. So we are going to have her go ahead and travel, and we're going to go find some men for her to, woo, and see if she is compatible with anyone. So we are going to head her over into the Glimmerbrook area. That is where our bachelors are residing. I believe we only have one set of bachelors currently here. So we're going to go to their residence, and we're going to see if she hits it off with any of them. If that doesn't work, we will look around and see if there are any more bachelors in the world. But these I have placed recently, so we'll try them first. All right, so we are just going to have her go ahead and do a friendly introduction. Looks like there's only one person out here currently. So she has gone ahead and introduced herself to Suhail, and it looks like she perceives him as very attractive. Let's go ahead and she's going to give him some flowers. And maybe she can discuss some interest with him. And tell him an unbelievable story. So she's just trying to get to know him a little bit. She's, trying to start off on a friendly note. She wants to obviously, get to know him a little bit. And she is trying, obviously, to woo him and to make him, get a little bit to where he will want to get in a more friendly, way with her. Oh, they got a little bit of romance there. Okay, that kind of happened just spur of the moment, but Their friendship is going up really, really fast from just her talking with him, and I'm loving that. She has asked him if he wants to dance with her, so hopefully he'll want to dance with her, and it looks like he has decided that he wants to dance with her, which is going to build up their friendship quite significantly. I feel like if they could become friends pretty quickly, that it will build on them having a bit of a foundation. It hasn't told me if they have like any good compatibility or anything like that, but she has learned that he loves the outdoors. Oh, and they are romantic interest, which is great news. No, we don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. I actually don't want her to go to school. I'm going to cancel that. All right, so we're not going to let them go to school. I literally have a mod in my game where they don't go to school, but, you know, that's fine. She has gained the etiquette skill, and she likes homebody sims. It says she's just befriended a homebody sims. Homebody sims prefer a quieter life, and they tend to enjoy calmer, craft-related hobbies rather than raucous adventure seeking. They might also be a bit more introverted. She likes that, though. Oh, they're all going off to school. Ugh, seriously. Can they not come back? Everybody went to school. Ugh, that's annoying. I could have sworn that I have the mod in my game where they don't go to school, but here we are. Alas, I digress. All right, she's gonna go to school. Is it because she has, like, money? She's part of the working class. I don't know why she's going to school. But anyway, she's going to school nonetheless. All right. Off to school she goes. So here we are with the Lykke residence. We're now just basically waiting on Angela to get back from school so we can continue on with her. Mara, honey, you desperately need to do some cleaning. I don't know what your deal is, but could you clean up around here? Because the house is a bloody wreck. And she's like, I suppose I can do that. At least she is, you know, cooking and cleaning, or cooking anyway, for the family, which that proves that is happening because there's food all over the house. But, you know, it would be really nice if she could, can she cook anything? No, they're off the grid, so she can't cook anything. Okay, great. Wonderful. Let's get her to light the fireplace. What is it this... Oh, the fruitcake. Okay, so really they've just been eating fruitcake. They don't have any way to eat in this house. Great. Alright, so let's collect some eggs and let's clean the coop. And we'll get her to kind of, you know, clean up a little bit around here. At least if she gathers some eggs, maybe she can make something with the eggs. I mean, that's a potential, maybe, or maybe not. No, she can't. Okay. I may have to make it where she can cook in this house without it being on the, like, off the grid. I don't know. We'll have to see how that works out. Right now, everybody seems to be in okay shape as far as their hunger goes, so I'm not going to complain. But if they start getting hungry, I may take the house off the grid and put it on the grid so that we can let them be able to cook here in the house. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. I do want her to be able to cook something for the family. All right, so she can do eggs and soldiers. Let's get her to do a party size of that. At least then they'll have food in the house, and that will be fantastic. And clearly the mod for them not going to school is messed up, and I'll have to look into that. Alright, so Amis and Nadia are okay. It looks like Nadia is starting to get a little bit hungry. So as soon as these eggs and soldiers are done cooking, we will have her come down and grab a serving of this. That way she won't be as hungry anymore. So we'll have her get a serving of that. And it looks like Mara has reached cooking level 2. She does not have the best skill here. I mean, what have you been doing with your life? Honestly. Just what have you been doing with your life? Feed the chickens. All I do know is that them going to school has really cut into my time of finding potential bachelors. I can tell you that. Oh, Amis is aggressive. Great. We love that. Alright. Mara's like, why is this house a wreck? Honestly, why is this house a wreck? At least you're staying on top of it. We love that. That chicken is completely green. I cleaned the coop, so I don't know why this chicken is green, but this chicken is definitely green. We do have Angela, who is about 3/4 of the way done with her school day here, and once she is back home, we will go ahead and we will send her back over to the bachelors so that she can continue on, hopefully meeting with them and progressing that relationship that she had built with Suhail. I'm really hoping... Oh, they have good compatibility, it says. So that's good. I'm hoping that she will be able to go ahead and... Should Angela invite him over? Yes! Okay, great. So he's going to come on over, actually. We love that. So since he decided to come on over, we will go ahead and we will invite him in. We're going to flirt with him. Let's compliment his appearance. And we can start doing a little bit of romantic things with him. Let's do a bold pickup line. Obviously, they have an extensive amount of friendship, but now she wants to build on their romance. She is going to go ahead and she's going to reveal her crush on him. And we are going to try to flirt with him. She's really kind of laying it on heavy. She's like, look, I am really in the need for... Amis and Nadia have a difficult family dynamic. Like, you're twins. Why do you have to be difficult? So she's going to drop her handkerchief and see if he's going to fall for that. He clearly did. He's picking that up for her. We love that. She's found out that he thinks she's quite attractive. We love that. We really do. Let's go ahead and ask him if he wants to dance again. It'll build up their friendship, and then we'll do some more romantic things. We'll have her, like, blow him a kiss. She doesn't want to be too forward, but she's obviously trying to sway him in her direction. I think maybe she's going to ask him if they can court and see if he will want to court with her. Obviously, she is hoping that he is going to want to be in a relationship with her and that he'll want to spend his life with her. They just became good friends. Okay, that's going to help us out tremendously. And they can have their first kiss, but I'm just going to make them embrace. So she's like, look, I'm looking for a husband. I am really wanting to know if you'll court me. And so they have entered into a courtship. He accepted her courtship. Look at her swoon. She's like, oh, I'm so smitten by you. Oh, they are so cute together. Okay, let's go ahead and ask him to be our boyfriend. And he has said yes to that. She has a major crush on him. Alright, she's like, I think that you and I need to spend our lives together. I know that we just became boyfriend and girlfriend, but I could see you and me together forever. And he's like, me too. There's just something about you that's irresistible. Oh, he's hysterical. Can we not die? Alright, right, so these two are going to go ahead and they are going to travel. We are going to travel with him and we'll travel with Mara. We are going to let them go ahead and go get married. We want Mom to come. She's only the stepmother, but we're going to let her come as a witness. And we're going to go here to the cemetery chapel and we're going to get them hitched. Okay, so we have arrived here at the chapel. We are just going to go ahead and seat Mara, and we will go and get married to Suhail.
What's up, boo?
Oh.
Oh.
Baringo.
Look at them on their phones while they're getting married. Can you please stop that? Just go ahead and promise to love one another for the rest of eternity. He's like, I hope you like children. And she's like, I do. And he's like, good, because I want a really big family. And she's like, so do I. So they actually need to have 12 kids. So it's a good thing that both of them want to have a big family because 12 kids is a lot. So they're going to have a ton of children. They are going to have a happy, wonderful life together, we hope, with many, many children. And we will be seeing Angela here with Suhail. They are exchanging rings and promising to love one another for the rest of time. And they're sharing their wedding kiss. And we are going to go ahead and have them move in together. And let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's move him in over here for now. And then we are going to hop into cast with him and just get him all set up. Obviously, we are going to change his color. She's going to take his name now. And so I'm just going to update this on the spreadsheet that the Idrissis, what color can they be? Let's take a look at the colors. I'm gonna go pink. So let's go ahead and get her in pink clothing. And let's put him in pink. All right. And I just want to get his photo for the family tree. All right. Perfect. And now we just need to add him to the timeline. Perfect. All right. So we are, I'll just show you that we have updated him on the timeline here. Here is Suhail Idrissi, husband of Angela Lykke, 5th generation male in March of 1367. He is alive. And he is 18. He is Arabic. And he was married in 1385. And so he's now on the timeline. I also updated Angela on the timeline with her name of Idrissi, which is perfect. So we are just going to go ahead and we are going to hop back into the game. We are going to take them home and let them, well, I'm going to split them off into their own home, and then we're going to let them consummate their marriage and try for their first baby. Okay, as they are just getting started, this is going to be their home. Obviously, it needs a little bit of work. I need to put some wallpaper in the house and get it kind of fixed up. But this is going to be their home to begin with. We need to give it a little bit of a makeover, and I will do that. But we are just going to let them... Actually, maybe I can go ahead and give it a little bit of wallpaper now. But they are obviously going to grow. They are going to outgrow this house. It is just what it is. But in the meantime, we are going to allow them to live here. They will probably end up having to move into a bigger home at some point. We are going to need them to have room for 12 children. So I think that obviously, you know, we're going to need to talk about that as time goes on. But for now, we will continue on with them. I am just going to have her give him a little bit of a kiss, and then he is going to talk to her about needing to obviously consummate their... Ew, he likes physical intimacy. Okay, yes. Yes, please. Look at them. Why are they way out here? I don't really know. But we're going to send them both home. Why are you carrying him instead of him carrying you? I don't understand what's going on. He's supposed to carry you. They're going to go home, and then we are going to have them go ahead and consummate their marriage, and they're going to... I guess they're going to go ahead and try for a baby. I mean, they do have to have 12 children, and as we know, that is something that they would need to definitely get a try on for. Try for baby in bush. Can you not try for baby with Angela, like, in your bed? Why are you still seriously... Is there not a door on this house? Okay, let's take a look at that. No, there's not. Okay, that could be why they can't get in their house. Don't you think? Maybe, Misty. Maybe. Let's do a little bit of work here. Let's give them a door so they can get in. And then they can actually go and try for a baby.
Gafa, Derfna, Vidaba, Zafis, Muchi Pichi, Benja.
They're like, we're gonna try in the bush. It's completely fine. The bush is right there. Okay, you do you. I have given you access to your home now, so hopefully, you know, that'll be good for you. But after they try for the baby in the bush, we will have her come over here and pee on a piece of wheat and try for a pregnancy test. Basically, we want to see if anything came of this little romp in the bush. I don't know why they, you know, even after I gave them a door, they were like, yeah, let's just go to the bush. So there's that. Maybe there's something wrong with that bed. I don't really know, but that's okay. So come over here and take a pregnancy test. Look at her kissing on him. Like, these two are seriously in love, which is fantastic. We love that. All right, let's take a pregnancy test and see what the verdict is. She is not pregnant. Maybe next time. Okay, well, let's try again. We are currently in March of 1385. We do need to kind of get a move on with Eugene Petechia because he also needs to find someone. So I will let them try again once more. And if that doesn't work, then we will just try again later for them to have a baby. And we will move on to Eugene Petechia so we can find him a love interest because he does need to find himself a bride and get himself hitched. And then obviously we still have some birthdays for this part that need to take place. So we will definitely need to move things along here. All right. You are finishing up this woohoo here, and then we'll have you come and take a pregnancy test. She's like, again? Yes, again. You need to pee anyway, so it's perfectly fine. Take the pregnancy test. What is the verdict? She is not pregnant. Okay, she's going to have a little bit of difficulty, it would seem, getting pregnant. But let's go ahead and head over and see Eugene Petechia. Actually, Eugene Petechia has passed away, so that is not going to happen. We can actually go ahead and try again with Angela and with Idris Suhail if we wanted to, but I think I'm going to go and check in with our Arundel family, with our main household, and we'll see how they're doing. As we know, we did just get married, so we do want to check in on them. I do believe that our main household is expecting, so we're going to check in with them. All right, so we are here with our main household. We have Xavier, who seems to be in a great mood. He's feeling super happy, and of course he would be, considering the fact that he has recently married. We have Elmira, who is, oh yes, very, very pregnant. She is actually in her 3rd trimester and about to give birth at any time. So we are expecting a little one to come out at any given moment. Oh, look at that little bump. And I say little, I actually mean big. So we love that. Florence is doing pretty good as well. She's feeling really happy. Maybe she is actually going ahead and adjusting to the fact that she's got her dad back. And even though she is missing Diana and Roger and the girls, she is realizing that her life is actually pretty special, and she's about to have a sibling. And so she's pretty happy about all of this news and the things that are coming to her life. You know, she is feeling pretty special. She's an only child now. And so she's thinking, you know, I don't really know how, how I really feel about this whole being an only child currently right now. But, you know, I'm pretty sure Xavier probably really dotes on her. And so I could see that maybe Florence probably feels pretty special. Obviously, they're about to have another little one, so that's going to change. She's not obviously going to be an only child for much longer, but we, can see that this family dynamic is going to expand. It's going to, be really great. Obviously, Florence will have siblings to play with. She is going to be a little bit older, a little bit wiser than her siblings, but it'll be siblings that will be able to look up to her, and I think that she's going to be able to like that dynamic. She was really, really close in age to Roger and Diana's kids, but that, closeness kind of caused a little bit of rivalry, and they always didn't get along. There was some aggression and things like that, whereas with this dynamic, I think it'll be a little bit better because she's going to have quite an age gap here, and so I think it'll be a little bit better for Florence in that aspect. So we absolutely love that for her. So she is actually, as you can see, just helping clean up, which is pretty fantastic. I love that she is really helpful around the house, and so she's helping to clean up. I am just going to go ahead and queue up for them to come in here and get a little bit of rest because it is about 12:22 a.m. It is really, really, I guess it depends on how you look at it. It's really, really late or it's really, really early. Either way, we have entered into April of 1385, and for April, we do have some birthdays that we need to deal with. We have Caitlin Petechia, who is becoming a young adult, and we have Edith Goodwell, who is aging up to a child. So we will be going and seeing them age up in this second portion of 1385 in this part. And obviously, as we know, we will be seeing Elmira go ahead and give birth to this little one, which is going to be really, really exciting. And I am thrilled to see that this is going to take place. We are going to have another little one in the house. All right, Xavier, why don't you actually go get some sleep? Everyone in the house can go and get a little bit of rest because it is really late. So go, everyone, get some rest, and we'll just get some shut off for the night. And obviously that's going to pass a little bit of time here, but it's much needed, the rest. All right, Elmira has actually gone into labor. So we are going to have her come on in here and give birth to the baby. So let's go ahead and have her do that. She can come in here and have her baby. She's like, I'm literally about to pee myself. All right, Elmira, go ahead and have your little one. All right, it's a boy. Okay, we definitely needed a boy. We have a boy. I am loving that. We are just going to open up the wheel and give that a spin for our boy names. And as you can see, I have repopulated our boy name wheel. So let's go ahead and give that a spin and see what it is we're going to name our heir.
Alexandru.
Alexandru. All right, so let's go ahead and we will put this here. Alexandru Arundel. Alexandru Arundel. That's a mouthful. Oh, we also had a girl. All right, let me go ahead and open up the wheel for girl names and we'll give that a spin. I did not know she was having twins.
Ken.
All right, Ken is the girl's name. Oh my gosh, she's having triplets. All right, let's give this girl name another spin.
Tefan.
Tefan. Holy crap. We just had triplets. Okay, but it only kept 2 of them. So Alexandru and Can. All right, let's go ahead. She's like, I'm literally about to pee my pants. I get that. I do. But let's go ahead and roll for mom and babies. Let's pull up the dice. As we know, mom can't roll a 1. So we're going to roll for mom twice. The first roll, she gets a 13 and survives. For the second baby, she rolls and gets a 10 and survives. For Alexandru, we're going to roll. He needs an odd 8, 10, or 20. We got a 19. Alexandru, our heir, is safe. And Can is also safe. Okay, perfect. So both babies have survived. We are good to go. We are going to go ahead and update that on our timeline. Let's go ahead and update that now. We have Alexandru Arundel and Can Arundel. All right, and then on our info tab under mom, let's go ahead and add another row just because I was not expecting twins, as you can see. And let's do Alexandru Arundel. And we have Can Arundel. So we have the son of Xavier and Elmira Arundel. The 5th generation male, we are in April of 1385. We have an alive baby. We are of British Arabic. I'm going to have to add that category actually. British Arabic descent, and we are a twin. And then we have the daughter of Xavier and Elmira Arundel, the 5th generation female of April 1385. She is alive. She is of British Arabic descent, and she is a twin. Perfect. Okay, we are going to go ahead now, and we are going to age up our little ones. I'm actually going to have Xavier come and do that because, you know, she needs to go to the loo. So I'm going to let her go and do that. We'll have Xavier come and take care of the babies. All right, why don't you come over here and rock your little one, and then you can age up Alexandru. He's like, I'm going to freak out first. I mean, it's a little late for that, Xavier. You should be super thrilled that you have a son. And he's like, but I am super thrilled that I have a son. But I am kind of freaking out. I'm not going to lie. Like, labor kind of makes me freak out. Fair point. All right, let's go ahead and age up Alexandru. And where are you, little one? Out in the barn. Great. We love that. Come out here and age up this little one. All right, so Alexandru is a Pisces. Pisces are selfless and kind. They are one of the nicest signs. They're active too. However, this combination can make them emotionally restless and indecisive. They get along with other Pisces and are attracted to Scorpio and Gemini. They don't match with Leo or Aries. She is going to head out here with Honey, it would seem. And she's going to age up Can. So we're just going to let her go ahead and do that. She's like, yay. Okay, that's wonderful. Obviously, Can also is a Pisces. Can you go ahead and clean this horse bed? I mean, can you? That would be great. And we are going to hop into cast with these little ones. They both, as we can see, have red hair, which is fantastic. They took after their dad. I figured maybe they might get a little bit of black hair, but nope, they didn't. All right, I can only edit her. So we'll edit her first and then we'll go out. I don't know what happened, but that's okay. We'll edit her first to go out and come back in, I guess. So this is little Can. We are going to just give her a little bit of a makeover and put her in her proper attire. As we know, we are in blue. I think maybe I might change her hair because of the bow being a different color. Maybe I'll do... Nope, that texture is not going to work. Maybe I will do that hair. All right. The eyebrows need to be red. That is Can. All right, Alexandru, let's go into you. Okay, so she is a wiggly infant. This is her after her makeover. I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys again and get her photo because I wanted her name on the photo. And this is Alessandro. He is an intense infant, and you saw his makeover. We are now going to go ahead and jump back into the game, and we are going to go see Caitlin Petechia because she is aging up to a young adult. Okay, we have arrived here in the Petechia residence. As you can see, Caitlin is feeling pretty sad from the loss of losing a friend, but she is aging up to a young adult. For that, she can't roll a 3, 7, or 19. She is currently pregnant, and so as we know, she will not be able to actually age up to a young adult until after she has her baby. So I will roll for her, but I won't be able to actually physically age her up until after she gives birth. She is in her 3rd trimester and can actually go into labor at any time. So we will just hang around with her and see if she's going to actually go into labor soon. But let's go ahead and roll the dice for her and see what she's going to get and if she's going to be able to age up to a young adult. So she rolls a 13, and I believe that's a good number, and it is. So she is going to get 40 more days. So let's go ahead and we will add Caitlin on the timeline as getting 40 more days. So if we do that, she's going to age up here. And we are good to go. Let's go ahead and change this that we're on this day. All right, Caitlin Petechia. We love it. Let's go ahead and see how she's doing. She is, like I said, should be going into labor at any time. Look at her. She's like, oh my God, this baby. I am so ready to have this baby. I know you are. I wish you would have this baby. Obviously Ramon is seeming to do pretty good. His needs are in stellar shape. Her needs are actually in stellar shape, other than the fact that she is obviously mourning the loss of a friend. So she's in a pretty, sad mood currently, but other than that, she's doing pretty good, need wise. She's just really, really sad, which, is probably not necessarily the greatest thing to be dealing with all of these sad emotions while you're pregnant, because your emotions can be already out of whack, being that you're hormonal and things like that. But I mean, it is what it is. So she is very close to going ahead and giving birth. It does look like it is 12th night. I'm actually going to go ahead and let them travel and go to the holiday ceremony so that they can meet that goal and get that underway. So we love that for them. They'll be able to meet that. So I am going to just send them off and let them have that 12th night ceremony together as a family here. They will obviously enjoy that and be thankful that they were able to, go to the ceremony and worship and things of that nature. So we'll let them do that, and it will kill some of her time here of being able to be pregnant and be waiting on herself going into labor and things like that. A washer and dryer in the house. I mean, really, let's maybe do something about that. All right. So they are just at the ceremony, and then when she gets home, we will see how she's doing as far as her labor is progressing, or if her labor is progressing. And then once she goes ahead and goes into labor, we obviously will see how that fares, what she's having, and if her and the baby are going to be able to survive. I am really hoping that she has a good outcome with that. Obviously, we had a really good outcome in our main household, and I'm hoping that trend continues. This house has a bar and an organ, but it does not have like any... Why don't you come out here and get the mail? It doesn't really have like any skill building items really other than that. No like planters or anything like that. So that's unfortunate. But maybe I can go ahead and get her to practice on the organ. She's like, you could let me go pee. That would be really fantastic. Okay, fine. Go pee and then you can practice on the organ. I mean, so picky. So picky. Ramon, what are you working on? He's like, I'm just, gonna read something. Okay, you go ahead and do that. You're feeling pretty cold, are you? I don't think you even have a fireplace in this house, so you guys are just like constantly chilled. Oh, you do have a fireplace in here. Well, you can come in here and read something. Come in here and read something. He's like, I don't know that I know how to do that. Do you not know how to do that? You're wealthy, you're a prepared voyager, but you don't know how to read? Like, don't you know how to read something? So she's going to practice this organ and try to get a little bit of skill with that. Hopefully that will progress and she'll be able to get some kind of skill with that. We are currently in May of 1385 and well on our way to the end of this part. We do have one more birthday. We do have Edith Goodwell, who is aging up to a child, so we will have to go see her before the end of this part. But I just kind of wanted to see if she was going to actually go ahead and give birth to her little one, and if so, we could go ahead and age her up to a young adult. So that was kind of my goal here. Maybe we can actually get her to get into the kitchen and make a meal. Can you make some dinner? Yes, you can make some dinner. Why don't you come in here and make a little bit of dinner? She's like, well, do you want me to practice or do you want me to make dinner? Well, I'm pretty sure you want to make dinner because you're starting to get a little bit hungry. So we'll have her come in here and make some dinner. He's so chilled. I mean, Ramon, go stand by the fire and warm yourself. All right, so she has acquired the cooking skill, level 1. We gotta love that. And she's like, I'm going to feed my face. All right, well, grab yourself a serving. We love that. Okay, she's grabbed more than one serving. Well, why don't you come eat this? You can eat with your wife. You guys can have a meal together. It'll be fantastic. We can put the leftovers in the fridge. It'll be great. All right, go practice a little bit more. And when you're done eating, you can go ahead and go to the washroom and then maybe clean up a little bit. Is there a bassinet in this house so that when you do have the baby, you can actually give birth to said baby? Yes, there is. Okay, great. I mean, she's making pretty good progress on this organ, if I do say so myself. It's not the best quality that she's got going on, but she's already reached level 2 on the pipe organ, so she is making good skills. She's feeling pretty tired. I am going to go ahead and let her get a little bit of rest because, as we know, the pregnancy is a little bit rough on her, so she's going to get some rest in, and then hopefully we'll be able to go ahead and let her have this baby. It's kind of not looking good. I am going to go ahead and lead us over to Edith Goodwell's house so that we can go ahead and age Edith up. Maybe we'll get a notification that Caitlin has gone ahead and gone into labor and we'll just come back. But let's go ahead and go see Edith now. All right, so we have reached the Goodwell residence. As we know, we are alone now with just Roger. Diana is no longer with us, so it's Roger and all of these little ones. We are about to age the oldest, Edith, up to a child. As we know, she can't roll a 4 or a 13, so we are just going to open up our dice and we are going to give that a roll, see how she fares. So no 4 or 13. She rolls a 19, which is a good roll. She is going to get 28 more days. So we are going to just go ahead and put her on the timeline as getting 28 more days. So that is when she's going to be aging up to 18. And let's go ahead and age up Edith now to a child. And then we will give her her makeover and get her photo for her family tree. All right, let's hop into Cass with her. All right, so Edith has aged up as a social butterfly with the traits of hostile, excitable, and evil. Oh my goodness. Well, those just aren't the greatest, okay? They just aren't. Let's go ahead and change her hair up a little bit. I am going to give her this hair. Okay, let me go on to the right one. And let's go ahead and give her her makeover. So this is little Edith Goodwell as a child. Let's go ahead and get her photo for the family tree. And let's hop back into the game, and let's go back over to Caitlin Petechia to finish out the remainder of this year so that we can hopefully give birth to her little one. Alright, we have arrived back in the Petechia household. We are just going to continue on for the remainder of these last couple of hours to finish out this portion of the year. And we are hoping that Caitlin is going to actually go ahead and go into labor. We're going to have her do a sad painting. Hopefully that's going to make her feel a little bit better. Obviously, she is still mourning the loss of her friend. So I am hoping this is going to help her feel a little bit better. Once she is done with her painting, then she can go ahead and go to the washroom because she is in some need of taking care of some of her bladder needs. And once again, she's feeling like she needs to get a little bit of rest. But I am really, really hoping that she's going to go ahead and go into labor here. She is very close to doing just that. We are in the end here. We are in June of 1385. And it is the last portion of part A of 1385 here. So we are just hoping that she'll have the baby like right at the end of the cusp of the video here. But I don't know if that's going to be the case or if she's going to wait until part B to give this baby, you know, a chance to be born. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But as you can see, he could come down here and like cook some mac and cheese. Give yourself a little bit of skill building. We love that. So we'll have him come down here and do that. And, you know, I don't know. It'll give him a little bit of something to do as well. He's needing some social really, really bad. I think maybe he should, you know, have some time to spend talking to his wife. Why did he not meet these holiday ceremony? Did he not go? Maybe he should go. Why don't you go to the holiday ceremony? He's like, well, I'm making mac and cheese now. I mean, you are. I know. But you didn't go to the holiday ceremony, so we love that. So it is 11:17. I don't think she's going to go into labor. It is not looking good. We are going to be having this baby in part B. So I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in part B, where we are going to be seeing Caitlin finally give birth to her little one. It is currently part B now. We have entered into July of 1385. And so in the next episode, we will be seeing Caitlin give birth to her little one. And we have many more birthdays coming down the way. And I'm sure we'll be seeing more babies being born because we do have lots of community members that are currently pregnant. So until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.